have some St. John's wort. Its Latin name is Hypericum perforatum. And the way that I identify this plant, especially once it's bloomed, is these bright yellow, very attractive flowers. The flowers have 5 petals, and coming out of the center is this little explosion of, it's almost like a little explosion of light. It looks like a firework. Once identifying, okay, we have the correct flower, you can confirm the rest of the plant by looking at the stalk. So St. John's wort grows off of a long central stalk, and coming off of each stalk, sort of laterally, are these long shoots with the small, sort of long, oblong type little leaflets. And the flower is really, there's quite a few of them perched right at the top of each long stalk. So the actions of St. John's wort include, it's highly anti-inflammatory, it is unnerving, it's detoxifying, so good for the liver, and it also, perhaps its strongest action is its antidepressant qualities. Hypericum has been studied alongside various antidepressant medications, and it's actually been shown to have a similar effect on the brain and neurotransmitters as some medication used for depression. You know, in comparison to some of those medications, St. John's wort has significantly fewer side effects, and can be used, you know, in some populations. Another fun aspect of this plant, so like I said, its name is Hypericum perforatum, and perforatum, that last part of the name, comes from the fact that in these tiny little leaves, if you hold it up to the sunlight, there are a bunch of tiny little holes perforated through each leaf. And so the idea is that, you know, this plant helps to poke holes in both darkness to allow light in, and also poke holes in perhaps negative belief systems that are keeping you from feeling connected to community, and poke holes in those depressive forces that are sort of holding you back. So a really, really beautiful aspect of this wonderful plant. So as for how to prepare it at home, essentially you're going to grab the top portion and trim off just like a fist width of plant material. So you want the flowers as well as the aerial tops. And here I am just trimming off those aerial parts from the central woody stalk. And for this, I will be making an oil infusion. And oil infusions of Hypericum are great, used topically for neuralgic pain or nerve type pain. So here I am just prepping it. I'm gonna just top it with some olive oil until it's covered. And over time, you'll see that this purple oil that is found in the flower buds starts to release. And so I'll let this sit for a few weeks until it's ready. Strain it out and call it good to go. And here is the beginning of an alcohol extract of Hypericum. So what I did was I weighed out 200 grams of the herb that I collected, the flowering tops and aerial parts. I added it to my high-speed blender and covered it with equal parts volume of 80 proof alcohol. And I blended that up, and as I blended it, the purple oil starts to release from the flower buds and contributes to this luscious color, this, you know, violet, magenta, really deep purple color of the Hypericum tincture extract. So I'll let that sit for, we'll see, about 4 to 6 weeks, and strain out the plant material and call it a tincture.